there's this, Mitt hitting Rick.
I have a hard time seeing someone as an economic conservative who voted against right to work, as Santorum did, who voted to protect Davis-Bacon, as Rick Santorum did, who voted to raise the debt ceiling 5 times without compensating cuts, as Rick Santorum did, who voted in favor of funding Planned Parenthood, as Rick Santorum did. This is a guy who's a far cry from a fiscal conservative. And if people want to have somebody who's a real conservative, they're going to vote for me.
Or so he hopes. Governor Romney laying into Santorum's economic record. As Lori pointed out, this could be a big bone of contention tonight. But Michigan financial consultant Jim McTevia says that Mitt should be pointing at himself because his fiscal conservative credentials miss the mark as well. So you think Governor Romney's got some problems in and of himself, right?
I think all of the candidates have problems among themselves because they are not looking at this objectively as a responsible person should. They're looking at it as a politician would, and they're saying the things that they hope are going to get them elected. But the fact of the matter is not one of them have stood up and said, we have to stop borrowing money. I have never seen in my 50 years of handling bankrupt companies a financial problem solved by continuing to borrow money. And nobody, no candidate has said, if I'm the president, we will stop borrowing money, period, and we'll live within the means that we have in this country.
So when you hear the candidates, all of them to varying degrees want to cut spending, obviously not dramatically enough to your liking, which means that obviously the borrowing is going to continue for a number of years before, presumably, even in the best case scenario, they get the increase under control. You're saying that's not good enough and that will boomerang on them.
It is going to boomerang. I have seen it on many, many companies that I have been the bankruptcy trustee on. I have seen the most educated, most aggressive businessmen with the greatest degrees from the best colleges and economists run companies bankrupt and into the ground. So educational and business experience credentials is not the key here.
So
the
Jim,
key
real
is
quickly,
to realize.
I'm sorry, but real quickly then, if you had your choice between Mitt Romney or Barack Obama, simply on that aspect of getting spending under control, where would you go?
I suspect that I would probably lean towards Romney because his business experience has put him in a situation where he has in fact had to deal with insolvent and bankrupt companies in the acquisitions that they have looked at and in the businesses that they've acquired.
Okay.
So I would say that he's probably a good candidate because of his troubled business experience.
Got you. Jim, thank you very much. Good stuff all.